Hello, welcome to my channel, 100 Days with Kajo. Today we'll be talking about how to prepare and to perform for a swimsuit photo shoot. You may have noticed from all my videos that I've kind of just been bouncing around with my surroundings and my settings, but today felt really good today, so I decided we're gonna do this outside. Okay, first things first, how do you prepare for a swimsuit photo shoot? I'm literally getting tongue-tied even saying it. We'll just call it SS photo, right? So one, you want to do lots of stretching. This goes for any photo shoot that you do. You want to make sure that your body's fluid and that you're comfortable. You're not like rigid and stiff because they will see it in your photos. You want to make sure that you're practicing on your tippy toes. It sounds weird to say that, but when you're moving and like a lot of your body is showing, the best thing you want to do is to elongate your legs, and the best way to do that is to be on your tippy toes. Now, being on your tippy toes in your room or outside, we're relatively easy, but then once you get to the lake or the beach and there's sand, your feet sink in, so you need to strengthen your ankles. And I'm telling you this because I had to find out the hard way. I was hurting so much, but I was determined to make my legs look long and beautiful. So just make sure you get lots of practice in that. You will need to be on your tippy toes. It just makes the photo look better, and you'll see it once I show you guys the photos at the end. You want to make sure that you are doing lots of skincare. That also means body care, not just your face, and using lots of sunscreen. You want to make sure that you're protecting yourself before, during, and after, because then for future shoots you don't want the consequences of not taking care of yourself to show in those photos. And you also want to make sure that you find the right swimsuit. So I chose a green swimsuit and a red one. I chose those two colors because one, I don't really have that many photos with those colors on, so I was keeping that in mind. Two, red looks really good on me, and I know it's like a bold color, so I was like, you know what, let me try that out. And my friend says it looks yellow, but it's a green swimsuit. But I decided to do green because I really like green, and it just looks amazing on my skin. I opted for what's it called, a full body, it's not bikini, like full body swimsuit, right? And I chose that because I don't know, there'll always be a chance for me to wear a bikini, and I didn't want to like put myself in a box of like potentially being sexualized, which I know at the end of the day everyone will be, no matter what you're wearing. But also, as a black woman, sometimes I'm automatically over sexualized without me doing anything. And with the red swimsuit, I also didn't want to make it a bikini on top of that, because you know, red alludes to certain things. I believe in color theory, it is what it is. So I opted for a full body. For the green one, you would say, okay, that's practically bikini. Yeah, you'll see when you see the photos, but I had like, it was a full body, but it was a cutout, right? And it didn't cinch. I don't know how to describe this, but like, it was around my boobs, right? And like just one side of me was open. And if you looked at my right side, you would think I had a bikini on. If you looked at my left side, you think I have a bikini on. And my right side, you think I have a full swimsuit on. But you'll see the photos when I put them at the end. They're so cute. They're so cute. But I chose that one because I look really good with sharp lines and cutouts. I really wanted to make the photos more dynamic, and one way to do that outside of your body and your poses and in your face is with what you're wearing. So be mindful of the swimsuits that you buy. Make sure it flatters you. Oh, fun fact, right? The red one, ooh, lighting. Oh, overexposure. Okay, anyway, this is cute. Anyway, this red swimsuit that I had on, sorry, this is literally blinding me. It was a little baggy, so I didn't take that many photos with it. And for the green one, I love the green one, and it's super cute, and there was just no way I could afford for it to look a little baggy, so I had to buy it again at a smaller size. It's a good problem to have, I guess, but be mindful of when you buy the swimsuit. Sorry, there was a guy that interrupted a little bit to say hi to my vlog, but he was all sweet. He's all sweet. But like I was saying, be mindful of the swimsuits that you get. Try maybe, if you can try them on beforehand and buy them, I don't know how to explain it, because I bought mine online, and so it came in, but I bought it months before, because I we had to keep rescheduling. And the time we got close to it, I lost a lot of weight, so I had to buy another one. It's okay. But just be mindful, make sure it's a good fit, good color, good cuts. You do not need to have a bikini for your photos. Just make sure they're just more interesting and intricate and cute and fun. The last thing for preparation, which I always bring this up for any shoots that you have, is to use props. So I had a volleyball, and I chose a blue one because it was a different color than the rest of my swimsuits, which was red and green. And it would just add more color to the photo, make it more dynamic. That's what we're opting for. And I also had a green cover up because I wanted to make sure I added dimension in my arms and legs when I like pose with it, and you guys will see it in the photos at the end. But it added a really, really nice touch. I think I had a hat. Oh, I'm forgetting. My goodness. I had a hat, right? And I like the way that the sun would like shine through. I'm gonna call it a straw hat. It's a cute straw hat. But I like how the sun would shine through it, and I wanted to like play with it because it was malleable. Malleable is not the word for it, but it was flimsy. It was flimsy. So I was able to move it and like play with it, and we got some good shots with good close-up shots with that. So you want to make sure that you bring props. Make sure the props match with what you're wearing. I made sure that the props went with each outfit in case we had to like play around, and I also made sure that it made sense. A volleyball and a beach hat at a beach, technically a lake, but it's neither here nor there. It makes sense, right? It didn't make sense for me to bring a towel per se, because like yes, I'm at the beach, but like there's nothing I'm doing with that towel. So be mindful of that, and it'll honestly make it easier when you're posing to have these things, because sometimes people feel weird when like they just have to like move their arms and their legs and they feel robotic. But with props, they can also push you to be more fluid in your movement. Now we're moving on to how to perform. I'm going to start using perform now. How to perform for your swimsuit photo shoot. SS photo, whatever. So I always say this, you want to be fluid in your movement. You know, you don't want to go from one pose to the next, you want to make sure that it's all like one swoop. That way you can get as many shots as possible. Don't even think about it, right? Like do this at home, listen to some music and just like play around with your face, with your arms, right? Find your angles. And once you do that at home, you can take that out there with you. And if you're working with a good photographer, they will guide you and say, hey, let's do this, let's do X, Y, and Z. But you also want to make sure that you've also looked at some inspo photos. If you find it hard to think of anything, you can like during the shoot kind of refer to it and be like, hey, I want to do X, Y, and Z. And then the photographer will make sure that, I'm sorry, I'm squinting, the sun is in my eyes, but the photographer will make sure to say, hey, remember that thing you said you wanted to do? Let's do it now. Like, this looks good. And they'll move you around. And one way you can stay fluid is almost to think like you're dancing. Put some music on, which I always love. Photographers put music on as well, but put music on that you like. Start moving. And if you're doing too much, they'll tell you you're doing too much. But sometimes just think of it like dancing. But you want to make sure that they're able to get every single shot. I got interrupted again by another guy. But this time, this one walked up to me. And he's asking me questions. And I'm being nice because he's being nice. And he's kind of keeping his distance. He was like, you want to chill? Lord, what did I do to deserve this? I said, no, I don't want to chill. I want to be by myself. He was like, you can't have friends? Why don't you like men? Never said I didn't like men. Never said I don't want friends. I want to be alone. He said, okay, what are you doing later? I said, I'm going home. Home. I'm trying to be nice because, you know, men are crazy. Maybe he would have got angry. I'm literally sitting on the ground. He was standing up. He already had a leg up. He was like, oh, you know, don't you want a friend? Like, so we could call if your car breaks down. I wanted to say so bad. That's what AAA is for. That's what insurance is for. That's what my father is for. Hello? That just threw me, truly. I'm tired of being interrupted. I can't even go into public spaces without someone trying to infiltrate. Let me breathe. This is already exposure therapy for me because I'm in public vlogging. Oh, okay. That was like okay. I'm done. I'm done with that. I'm done. Back to regular schedule programming. Sorry, that just messed up my brain. But another thing you want to make sure you have is snacks and drinks, and of course you want to have that with any shoot that you have or you do. But since you'll be outside, it'll be sunnier, you'll be moving a lot, the sand adds more friction. You want to make sure you stay hydrated. You don't want to look like you're dry. You also want to make sure that you have like lip gloss, because it shines differently in the light, like how it is right now. Which I could reapply some, but whatever. You want to make sure you have actually, no, don't have Vaseline, don't have baby oil, because then the sand will stick to it. Just make sure the night before that you did all your skincare. This should have been in the preparing section, but don't bring Vaseline and baby oil. I know you want to shine, don't do it. You can get maybe the spray sunscreen. Yeah, spray sunscreen, so that throughout the shoot, if you feel like you're not looking dewy and moist and shiny, you take it and you spray it. I didn't really have to do it that much. Or at all, because my skin just looks really, really good in the sun. However, if you're someone that maybe it doesn't look as shiny as it would for me, that sunscreen is protecting you and it's making you look glowy, and that's really what you want. And overall, when you're doing this, just have fun. I don't have too much, I don't have that much advice for what to do while you're at the shoot, but to dance and have fun and trust yourself and let the confidence show on your face and in your body, and truly have your reference photos if you find yourself struggling with figuring out what you need to do. But you want to make sure you get everything out of it, right? Go in the water, play in the sand, stand up, sit down. If there's trees, if there's rocks, like play around with your surroundings, and that makes the photo interesting. You may feel like, oh my goodness, like I'm so basic, I did this pose like 2 times, like every time. Okay, that pose looks different in the water. That pose looks different on a rock. That pose looks different when you're laying up on a tree. It looks different when you're sitting. Like, it matters. It's okay to have your basic poses and just play around with your surroundings, have fun, and just trust yourself. But that's all that I wanted to tell you guys on how to prepare and perform for your swimsuit, your SS photo shoot. And now you get to see my photos that I got. I hope you guys enjoy them, and I hope you use them as inspo. All right, bye, love you. Like and subscribe.